up, y'all? Welcome back to Flex and Guts by Moxie Weld. I'm your host and metalsmith, Moxie. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about welding tips and tricks, metalsmithing, fun projects, and so much more. So stick around. So here is a ground vault, and the job request was to weld in a handle inside that handle hole right there. So this is getting started. So this was the handle that I had prefabbed in the shop. Clearly you can see where I had dipped my tungsten in those sooty black spots. But otherwise, I thought it came out pretty great. So I made the mistake of assuming that this ground vault was like all the other ground vaults I have done, and when I got it open, I was completely disgusted and realized just how wrong I was, and I could not record the inner contents of that vault. I just didn't want to gross anyone out. Yeah, I'm actually missing a piece of my respirator, and I'm not going to do this job unless I'm completely safe. I'm not set up to do toxic, hazardous, human waste stuff. I would have had to grind all of that stuff that was caked on underneath the vault lid just to get it clean enough for me to weld. I have some of it on my pry tools, just trying to pry the vault lid open. So I need to disinfect all my tools, throw away my gloves. Yeah, they're gonna have to contract this one out. It's not safe. It's disgusting, but it's not safe. So, for those reasons, we're not going to do this job. Alright guys, let's talk about that for a sec. Whatever job you're doing, make sure it's safe. If it's not, make sure you're trained properly for it. And that you have all the right personal protective equipment, all your PPE. The appropriate stuff specifically for the job that you're doing. This was a human waste job. Oh, my hair's kind of messed up. Oh, from the welding I was doing earlier. It's cool. Yeah, so this was a human waste job. One, I have not had my hepatitis shots, so if I were to get any kind of injury, even all the way down to a tiny little scratch that just barely drew blood, I'd be screwed. So yeah, that's one. Two, I lost a little piece of the valve in my respirator, and I had noticed that I was kind of getting a little sick welding galvanized, and thankfully, like, I still was covered and I had a lot more protection than nothing, but that one little piece in the valve made a huge difference. So since I lost that from my last job, waiting for a new one to come in on order, my respirator is not properly, it's not proper to use for this type of job. Okay, so that's 2. 3, I would have to grind a thick, heavy layer of human waste off just for the metal to be clean enough for me to weld onto. So not only does that mean that there's going to be all that caked on human waste flying everywhere, yeah, that's fun. And then when you go to weld it, you're going to have all the fumes that basically marinated into the steel coming up and getting you. Not too thrilled about breathing that in either. Okay, so that's 3. 4. Not only when you're welding bolts do you already have gases that usually settle into the bolts, so you have to air it out, or you have to replace those gases, and so forth. So you have to do already a couple different things to make sure that it's even safe enough to weld. That's just regular bolts. This bolt obviously has human waste, so not only does it have gases, it has human waste gases. So that's just another thing. Even if I tried welding on the outside and putting a handle on the outside and not welding on the inside, so I wouldn't have to grind, I'd still have to completely air it out and go through that entire process. Otherwise, if I weld on it, it could go boom, or some kind of fire or hazard or something. And not only would that be dangerous, that would not smell too nice. A burning fire of crap. So we're not going to do this job. Yeah, I'm not equipped to do this in multiple different ways. So, and that's totally fine. That's just something, a good reminder for you guys out there, that when you take on a job, I should have, got more detail and checked this out a lot more before, but I was actually looking at this job while I was working on another job, so I just kind of took a quick look and thought it was really simple and easy and didn't think much of it, because I've worked on bolts before, and it's never been a problem. Usually quick and easy jobs. Not this one. So when you're out there, make sure that you get all the proper information, the details, you look at everything, and then you look at what you're capable of. Have you been trained to deal with blah blah blah? Have you, gone through the proper training of using the proper tools or personal protective equipment? Do you know how to, wear a respirator the right way so it's fitted properly and there's no leaks? Yeah, there's a lot to consider, so don't feel bad about turning down a job or taking a little extra time to know what you're getting into, but do that for yourself. Do yourself the favor to thoroughly investigate and then be honest with yourself. Can I do this? Is it safe for me to do this? Do I have what I need to do this safely? Because you don't want to get hurt. You have a family and friends that are waiting for you at home. So you're just going to go make some money and then come back and, spend the rest of your time with them having fun. So you want to come home safe and in one piece. So yeah, just do your investigation and be honest and, be safe out there, guys.
Yeah, I ain't dealing with nobody's crap. So I was thinking about it after I made this video. I'll probably go back and at least make a vented patch to go over. So I'll drill and tap some holes, put some countersunk screws in there so it lays nice and flat and it's not a trip hazard for the public. And that'll just be to at least keep kids from throwing things down in that handle hole right there. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end and watching. All of your support really helps. I really appreciate that. And be sure to like down below, comment, subscribe, and share the show with everyone you know, those around you. And let's grow this little community. You guys take care, be safe, and remember, be MOXILICIOUS. Post your MOXILICIOUS pictures at #BeMoxilicious on Instagram. This way I get to join in all the exciting adventures that you guys are doing as well. And I will see you guys next Monday at 3.